Hello, I'm Heather Heckadon, and I'm the Vice President of Prevail Strategies. I wanted to take a second and tell you why I'm so incredibly passionate about September Life Insurance Awareness Month. My mom died back when I was 19 years old. I was in my first year of college. My brother would have been 16, and he was still in high school. She died of ALS. I still remember the day that she told me. I was actually leaving and getting in my car in my drill team uniform to go perform at a soccer halftime show. And I remember my mom and dad pulling up in separate cars. And my mom gets out of the car and she comes running over to me and she grabs me and she hugs me and she said, "Great news, I'm not going to die, at least not today." And as a snotty teenager, you're like, "Oh, great, thanks for telling me. I know you're not going to die today." And, I hugged her back, but she said, "But I do have ALS. I do have Lou Gehrig's disease, and I am going to die." I remember the next several months were very, very interesting, especially as a teenager, watching your mom, who's, 34 years old, lose her ability to talk and lose her ability to walk and hold her head up and just do the everyday things in life that we take for granted. But within about 10 months to a year, she couldn't walk, talk, hold her head up. She eventually had to get a feeding tube in her stomach. Unfortunately, my mom lived 4 years, and I say unfortunately because it was a brutal 4 years, and not just for the family, but for her. So much pain and seeing yourself just wither away and having a perfectly good mind, but you're unable to communicate. It was extremely sad, of course. She ended up passing away 4 years after her diagnosis. It was actually just a couple of weeks after she turned 38 years old. And of course, we all knew it was coming, but you can never prepare for something like that. I can tell you, being that I was in college and my younger brother was, 16 years old, actually not quite 16 years old. It's a traumatic experience losing someone, in your family. It's traumatic. So, here's the thing. My parents didn't have the right amount of life insurance because they didn't understand how it worked. They didn't understand the impact. No one had ever taught them about the power of life insurance and why you need it. And, we went from 2 incomes down to 1 income. There was medical bills. People think that insurance is so expensive, and the reality is term insurance is not. You can customize plans to help fit your needs and to help fit where you stand in life. And it's so simple. It's simple to go through the process. So if there's anything that we can do, whether you're just not sure what you need or whether you think it might be too expensive, let's talk about it. Talk to one of our advisors at Prevail. Talk to me. Call me directly. I'd be glad to help. But just make sure and do your due diligence and look into it. I think it's one of those decisions that you could make that's an easy one that your family would really appreciate if something ever, heaven forbid, happened to you. So look into it. Let us know if there's something we can do to help. Thanks.